Hello, I'm Kinsey Bowler, and I will be consulting Mantle Company today. So, with this, I really just want to review the company as a whole and go over the whole history of the company and how they can improve and strive to see a future and really be profitable within the next 5 to 10 years. So, who is Mantle? Mantle is a company that was founded in 1945, so they've been around for a good bit. They were founded in a garage by Ruth and Elliot Handler. They are a toy company, so they've had some very successful toys. Some that they started with are the picture frame, the dollhouse furniture, and then they also had some big sellers like Yuka Doodle, which is like a ukulele and stuff. And then they also had Mickey Mouse Clubhouse toys, Barbie dolls, He-Man, Frozen, and this is all over the past 50 plus years where they've had these. Like Frozen is the most popular recently. That was in 2014. He-Man was a big hit within that era as well. And then Mickey Mouse Clubhouse was huge back in the day when everyone had that on their television at the time, and that was really the only thing on the TV networks or anything that kids were really focused on, and this was a huge hit for the company. Barbie dolls as well. This was something new that no one else had done. Barbie dolls were a huge hit, very directed towards the girls, but they were still a huge hit. So in 2014, after the Frozen era, there was a $400 million decline in sales, which is huge for a business, and it was greatly affected upon the company, which is not something we want. They also had lost their Disney license. This can be a huge blow to the company because if you have Disney behind you, that is another company that will help you succeed and then also give you those ideas for new toys and what you can do in the future. And without that licensing, that was a huge hit to the company, which obviously impacted the decrease in sales. So you can noticeably tell that the Disney licensing had a huge impact on sales. So the stock prices in 2013 were $47.82, and now in 2018 they are $12 to $18. So you can see that this is a huge decrease and that this is more than half of their share values, which is crazy to lose within the 5 years. But that's how big of an impact all of the negative things had with them, with the loss of the Disney license, with the toys not being as much of a hit anymore. Also, Toys R Us shutting down, that alone was 10% of their sales decreased. So that had a major impact, but you can't, if the toys aren't selling in the stores, then obviously you can't sell them to the vendors. So that is another issue that we need to look at today. So with the strengths of your company, I really feel that you do differentiate yourself in the markets. You have a wide variety of toys, which really helps you out in looking at all those different markets. You do have competitive pricings. You are implementing those new toys, which is huge, because just because a kid doesn't like one toy one year doesn't mean they won't like a different one next year. You just always have to be creative, implementing something new. You also have the value of the mergers that are available to you. And then since we moved production overseas, then lower production costs as well. Some of the weaknesses that I have found are vendors have decreased, which is nothing that you can do, but you do need to look at different vendor options. How can you sell these toys to different things other than brick and mortar stores? Because brick and mortar stores are no longer available and popular. So within the last 4 years, you also had 4 different CEOs, which can be a big impact as well, because you have different leadership every year and no one really knows how to keep that ball rolling and how to make your business successful. There also is a lot of debt. There's a lot of debt within the past 4 years, even more, that has accumulated, and this can be a big impact on the future of your company. Also, another weakness I've seen is that, like any other toy business, your sales are in the last third and fourth quarter, which can really harm you if you are looking forward to those sales and then you just don't have them. Also, there may be a lack of creativity. If you are not doing something new and exciting all the time, then kids are not going to want to buy your toys if it's the same thing they've seen on the shelf for the last 5 years. Outside factors are decrease in demand for toys. Kids are now on electronics. That's what they want. They want iPads. They want Apple Watches. They want iPhones. They don't want toys, physical toys anymore. So, and then also, and like I said again, decrease in vendors, which is also a big problem. And then competing businesses are getting bigger and better and becoming more of a threat to you. Some threats we have are technology. Obviously, like I said before, the iPad is very important at the moment because every parent is now giving their kids iPads and no one wants physical toys to play with. This is something that you just can't help, but is also impacting your company greatly. Other competitors do have lower prices as well, which is not something you can totally change, but if you can change the production costs or a different way within the system to make those production costs lower, then I suggest you do that. But there are some alternatives to make your business better. You do have mergers available, which I would highly recommend, because when two companies come together, it is now 2 bank accounts doing everything, 2 creative teams doing stuff together, and that I feel like you can really be successful off of each other and grow more as the combined company than separate entities. I feel like another alternative is if you create 1 key toy per year that is something new and exciting and creative, I think that will really help you succeed within the years. And then also maybe looking into gaining different licensing. Just because we lost Disney back in 2013 doesn't mean we can't improve and find different ones, because there is tons available, and this might lead you into a different route, but it may be more successful. I also feel that marketing towards kids is a huge impact that you need to have on the children nowadays. You can market with commercials, ads on the iPads, because everyone has them, so let's put an ad in front of their face. I think this can really change the scope of your business as well. But honestly, one of my highly recommended would be to accept the merger, because this would be a great benefit to you and your company. But as I said before, there are tons of different competitors like Legos, a Bandy Nami, I so don't know, and Fisher Price. They're one of the 3 top companies. These are your competitors and the people that you would like to beat. So maybe take some of their systems and ways and maybe implement them more into your business to help you be more successful.